Digvesh Rathi is in the news, and while his bowling has been commendable, he's not making the headlines primarily because of that. It's his celebrations post taking a wicket that's gaining all the attention. The spinner is in the Lucknow team ranks and has been notorious in his spells over the last few matches. And when I say that, I'm not actually referring to his guile, his wit, or his uncanny knack of putting all batters on the back foot. It's more about what he's up to after he's managed to outsmart one of them. It first came into prominence when he decided to give Punjab's Priyansh Arya the royal send-off. And again, when I say royal, I do not mean regal. There was nothing princely about the way he told a young opener to pack his bags and get going. That writing of act was childish, rather silly, and only backfired for more reasons than one. You give send-offs when there has been a battle or if you are in a position to constantly deliver. If you're a superstar yourself, because truth is you can't talk the talk if you can't walk it. And that immature act earned him the following. 1. Punjab, the opponents on the day, went on to win that game and rubbed it in real good. Two, the social media was ruthless thereafter. Rathi was trolled and there was enough ridicule. Three, the BCCI took note of this, and not because you can't give send-offs. If there is a healthy banter and engagement between two established players, you can let it slide, and it tends to, as it tends to go on the field. But because Rathi was rather mean about it, he made sure he walked right up to Arya, and the manner itself was very intimidating in the worst possible way. So BCCI docked him. He received a demerit point and a fine of 25%. So after all this, you'd think Rathi would have learned from his run-in and maybe would be more mindful here on, but he was not, because in the very next game against Mumbai Indians, he flipped out his notebook celebration once again upon dismissing Namandir. He thought distance would let him go off the hook, but he was again punished by the BCCI, who gave him 2 demerit points and fined him an additional 50% of his match fee. And you think, okay, now it was time to forget that notebook, bury it, throw it away and focus on your skills, on the match and your contributions to the team with the ball. Nope. Lucknow up against Kolkata last night. It was a nail-biting thriller. And on dismissing the dangerous-looking Sunil Narine, Rathi did it again. And this one was a little symbolic. His action does resemble Narine's himself. He was less provocative, but seems like he just doesn't want to give up. And that's resulted in a frenzy of reaction across social media, with the internet going berserk. He's basically lost more money than he's made in the IPL via his contract through fines. And he's on the verge of getting banned because 5 demerit points in the span of 36 months earns you suspension. And Rathi, who's been nowhere on the cricket scene till the season of the Indian Premier League, who's shot into prominence, is playing with fire. He'd rather have the last word than toe the board's line or the rules of the game. He'd rather give send-offs more than focus on his own bowling because there is potential. He has been one of Lucknow's most effective bowlers. Yes, his talent definitely looks promising. If only he'd forget about the fluff and the show and focus on his skills instead. I get the urge to be reckless and show off a bit, but at what cost really? You're not only losing money for these needless acts of bravado, but also causing your franchise extra headache they just do not need. And more importantly, you're tempting fate by seemingly ignoring the warnings the Indian Cricket Board has been giving you not once, but twice. It's great to celebrate the wins, but with some control, especially when you're not that higher up in Indian cricket's pecking order.
Greeting you with aloha and namaste.
No, I love India.
Presence, occupation of a territory by another country pertains to India, what we saw in Kashmir.
How do you see Trump's America?
Yes, the current administration behaves differently from the previous administration.
Are you saying that there are foreign powers who are trying to bring down the current government in Syria?
Exactly.
Bluntly, Iran, maybe Russia too.
Prime Minister Modi committed to South-South, cooperation.
Not over 50%.
Is Ukraine prepared to pay the price for that peace?
No compromises at the cost of territorial integrity and sovereignty.